What is up, everybody? Welcome back. And today we're gonna do something a little lighthearted. We're gonna switch back to Super Mario Brothers Wonder. After Friday's session with Alan Wake, I've decided to just do once a week for Alan Wake. it's a little much. It's a little much to take twice a week. I'm not very good with scary games. Scary movies never affect me, but scary games apparently have a very big impact on me. But let's get back into Super Mario Brothers Wonder. There's 2 worlds left. 2 worlds. We might even be able to finish this today, which would be good because Mario RPG comes out in like 10 days. What's today's date? Almost exactly 10 days. 11 days, which is almost exactly 10 days. And I want to play Mario RPG. I haven't played Mario RPG since I played the original one on Super Nintendo. Back when it was on Super Nintendo. Oh, the online mode's still on, dude. That's so cool. Like, that still just blows my mind how awesome the online implementation is on this game. I just kind of, like, assume online implementation on any Switch game is going to be garbage. So, the fact that this one's actually pretty cool is a nice surprise. But yeah, Mario RPG. I never even owned a Super Nintendo growing up. The only time I got a chance to play one was at my cousin's house. And they had Mario RPG. And I would play it so much. I feel like maybe I feel like maybe I did play it again since then because maybe I had it. Did they have it on like the eShop on the DS or something? I feel like I've played a downloaded version of it at some point. Maybe a version on my computer at some point, I don't know. We owe you a big thanks for what you've done. All the water that scoundrel stole is back where it belongs. Now we can keep living here in the desert without wilting. I'm so grateful. Why wouldn't you just, like, relocate? Plenty of, you know, oceanfront property out there. Oh, apparently I've already been there. My bad. How have I already been there? Did he give me a... I don't know, I'm confused. Shouldn't he have given me a, Wonder Seed? Perfect for sand. Here at the Poplin shop, we sell everything. The timed high jump badge is perfect for desert treks. Pick one up. No thank you. Wait, I have already been here. What the heck? Why am I here? Get me out of here. Oh, this is where we were last time. World 4, yeah, okay, that makes sense. World 5 is where we need to go. My bad. It's Kamek. So Mario lore, is there only ever one Kamek, or are there multiple Kamek? These are the important questions you gotta ask. A random boss fight? What the heck? I wasn't expecting this. This does remind me a lot of Mario 3. Just everything about it, really. I don't even remember what this badge does. Fast dash? Sure, why not? You know what? Oh, I wanted to change it. It wouldn't let me go in a second time. Oh, look at the little baby Peach. Peaches, Peaches, Peaches. I still don't know how to put those down, dude. I'd love to know. Oh man, that's like my favorite Bowser boss fight. What's at the end of the, which fight is that at the end of Mario World? That you have to like throw these up at him and hit him while he's in his clown car? It's like my favorite Bowser boss fight of all time. Most other, well, stop moving! Stop moving, I'm trying! Good lord! Oh gosh, that's bad. Now you help me. You help me. No, you're also a ghost. That's not gonna help. Well, this is unfortunate. Yeah, maybe we don't want to go faster. Maybe we want floating jump. Yeah. That might help. That might help. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, like that boss fight where you have to fight Bowser while he's floating in the clown ship, and like you have to throw these little Mechanic Koopas or whatever they're called at him. Classic. It beats the heck out of the boss fight at the end of Mario Odyssey, which is just weird. Like most recent Mario games boss fights have been very, very weird. Like, I mean, I guess all of them beat the old classic NES Mario boss fights of just, like, run across the room and touch an axe to make the floor fall through. But, I was trying to help Luigi. But, yeah. The new ones are just kind of strange. We're doing okay, we're doing okay. Those two can just keep rescuing each other back and forth infinitely, because that seems to be what's happening. That's funny. Ah! Just kidding. Psyched you out, you thought I was dead. Oh, blind to jump. Oh, it was all floor. It was all floor the whole way. There was never any risk whatsoever. Ew. I don't like Blue Toad with the ice power. Hey, I'm dead. It was like a combo. The boxes just kept crushing me continuously. How do I get that? Like that? Be a freaking pro at the game? No! God, Bowser's shooting me with laser beams. What the heck? Help, help, I want to save you. You have to stand still. How the heck do I get in there? Oh, like that. Thank you. You're a gentleman of scholar, Bowser. This level's kind of cool. I like it. Ah! Help me! Someone help me! Someone help me! Someone help me! Help me! Oh! And she killed herself in the process. I like how I could just be incredibly obnoxious and be like, help me, 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 help me. The online is just such a cool touch, dude. I love it. I hope they do that with all the Mario games in the future. Like, 2D Mario... Oh, that was dumb. Someone help me, 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 help me. Every time you die, the timer goes faster. That was so dumb. But, like, I hope they do the online mode like this and, like, all the future Mario games. Like, 2D Mario is, like, the last game I would have expected Nintendo to implement a cool online mode on. I would have assumed they would have saved it for, like, a 3D. I did the exact same thing last time. You'd think they would have saved it for, like, a 3D Mario game. Alright, let's not be dum-dums this time. Yep, okay. Very good. Actually, you know what? Let's just carry this. Peach reached the goal. This level's long, dude. I died forever ago. And Peach was on the screen with me. That is pretty cool, though, that they actually, like, stay in the same instance level. Like, the same people who started the level with you are still on the level even when you die and respawn. That's pretty cool. I guess that's the way you normally do that. That's not... There we go. That's what kept killing me, is I kept trying to jump from cloud to cloud and I would miss. Let's just firmly plant ourselves on the ground from now on before we go to a cloud. Oh, that was almost death. Firmly planted. Thank you. This little floaty jump thing's kind of throwing me. Makes the jump go, like, way higher. That's my excuse for dying so many times. What in the world is that? See? Like, I can't aim the jump. I jump so high. Is anybody even on? No, nobody else is even here. Just give up. Nobody else is even in the level with me. Why'd it turn me into a ghost? Let's not use that. It's just throwing me off. You know what? This might actually come in handy. I don't even know how I got the spring. Perpetually hop along. That sounds horrible. Oh, that must have been from the bonus level I won. Yeah. Yeah. I want to get more bonus levels. Those are fun, but we've only seen one. Woohoo! It bounced off his head. I know a lot of people for like the Mario movie thought that Chris Pratt's Mario was gonna be horrible. I actually didn't mind Chris Pratt's Mario at all because they like build the joke into the movie about like why he doesn't have an Italian accent anymore. The voice that actually bothered me the most was Toad's. Because it was nothing anywhere even remotely close to the original Toad voice. I love the actor, and I like his jokes and his lines in the movie are all good. Like, it's very funny. But, like, the voice was... You couldn't have gotten further removed from Toad's original voice if you tried. And I like Toad's voice. It's like very peculiar and unique. Scratchy, gravelly, like he's been smoking 12 packs a day his entire life. Okay, let's not screw this one up. This is the one I keep screwing up. There we go. There we go. Aced it. This is a cool level, man. I like it. I wonder if I just carry this pal into the boss fight if I can kill him with one hit. We're gonna find out. As long as one of these guys doesn't... Gosh dang it, as soon as I said it. We were right here, too. No, I want to find out for science. Why was that guy invisible? Interesting. Oh. Not nearly as exciting as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be another one of the boss fights where you have to, like, throw these guys at him. You just have to jump up there. This is the classic Mario boss where you just have to hit the switch at the end of the level and you win. That was actually extremely anticlimactic. A power switch would have done absolutely nothing for me here. Look at that expert dodging of the lasers. Since when does Bowser shoot lasers? That was a long level, dude. Your airship is destroyed, son. I'm gonna use it to fly to a bonus level. Alright, well this world's very short. Or at least it seems to be. Ma mouthful, huh? Every single level has like a new enemy, it's so cool. Like, Mario is not necessarily known for introducing new enemies in the games. Like, maybe one new enemy per game. This entire game is just filled with new enemies. Every level is a new enemy. It's pretty cool. I like it. Well, that was short-lived. Mama. Give me that mama. Give me that mama. Oh, that's tricky. He actually eats the flowers. What a jerk.
Be careful.
I will. I'll be careful up there in space. 5 to go. Wait, how do I even get that one? Holy cow. Oh, just let Mama eat them all. Easy. Easy victory. Well, I guess technically the way you're intended to do that is probably use a super jump, right? Mama, come over here. Get this guy. Eat him. He's delicious. He's delicious. Get him. Oh yeah, he's going for him.
Great.
I love how I didn't actually kill a single enemy. Mama ate them all for me.
Thanks. Be careful.
Hey, you already said that. I thought you were gonna say something new. Oh yeah, I helped her. I'm the best. As Toad says on Mario Kart. I would know, because he's the only one I main in Mario Kart. Well, that's not true. I do Yoshi occasionally. Ooh, tricky attempts. I'll save you. Come here. Now you save me. Oh, don't need to be saved because I'm a freaking pro, dude. Look at those moves, son. Here. Oh, no. Don't waste it. I was going to give him a mushroom, but then you got the checkpoint, so I didn't need one. Can I put him in a bubble? Stay still. I want to put you in a bubble. That would be kind of cool if you could actually, like, physically interact with the other players online. Down. Down the pipe? No. Down the pipe? No. Pow me? I'm carrying this pow to the end. I know that didn't work out for us too well last time, but this time, I'm on it. You son of a gun. You son of a gun. I'll never be able to do it. Shut up. I do feel it. I wonder if they ate it. Oh no, I gotta kill one of these guys. Somebody ate something. I'm
missing something. Wonder if they ate.
Did one of them eat a, come back here. Do they just keep coming through the... I do like how this game's not timed. Like every other Mario game in the world, other than, like, 2D Mario game, I should say, is timed. Like every level, you have a time limit. This one you don't. So it's like if you miss something the first time, you can be like, oh, well, let me go back. Try again. It's not those two. What was that? Kyle Jack followed. Hey, Kyle Jack, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Sorry it took me a second to find that. Got a somewhat new setup going on with my stream. With new screens in different locations that they haven't been in the past, so it takes me a second to find stuff. Hey, he said one of you guys ate something. Give it to me.
Wonder if they ate.
This is the last one. Nobody ate nothing. Flower? Shut up and mind your own business. Or am I supposed to, like... That's unfortunate. Maybe I'm supposed to get to that point in the level faster before they get a chance to eat it. Is that what it is? What's the point of that? I guess to hit this flower up. Oh, you jerk! They literally do eat the items. You jerks, what the heck? No, you're not wrong. Kill them all. The pow didn't go off. I was trying to kill them all. What do you think about this game? I've had a change of opinion as I've played it. At the beginning, like the first two worlds, I was like really disappointed. I was like, this game is super easy. It's clearly made for little kids. Not a big fan. After World 2, like once you get into World 3 and beyond, like I've loved it. Like this game's awesome. The special, like the bonus world, which I've only been able to get to one of them, because you have to find like secret exits in the level to get to the bonus levels. I've only found one, and it was so incredibly hard. Like it was the hardest Mario level I've ever played in my life, which impressed me and also made me wonder how much harder they get. Because it was the first one, and I had a heck of a time with it. Glad I'm not a Goomba. You are a Goomba. How about you, Kylie Jack? You played this? You jerk, man. Why are all the enemies eating stuff? And I can't get it back? What the heck? It's messed up. I do love... I was just talking about this a minute ago. Oh, saved at the nick of time. The online mode in this game? Best online mode I think any platformer's ever had. And extremely surprised it came from Nintendo. I just watching streams because it's my hobby. Yeah, I do that a lot too. That's what made me start streaming my own channel, is because I was like, I'm interested to see how this works. And that's really the only reason I have a channel, is because I was just like, oh, well, let me see if I can figure it out and do it. And then I did it, and ever since then I'm like, well, might as well just keep going. Why not? Oh, saved myself. The graphics are very cool, like the animations. Probably one of my favorite things about the game are the animations. Oh, nailed it.
Keep going.
There are some things about the game I'm not a huge fan of, like the badges. But they do tend to come in handy occasionally. Eat butt. Mine also. Are there any upcoming games that you're excited to play? Mario RPG, yeah. That's really the only one. Spider-Man 2, I mean, it's out, so that's not an upcoming game. It's just I don't get very many opportunities to play games. Like Monday morning and Friday morning, I stream for like 2 hours. That's literally the only times I get a chance to play games anymore because of my work schedule and having kids and everything else. Like 2 days a week, a couple hours a day. I didn't realize you couldn't jump.
I don't see you.
How do I get out of here? Can I walk across spikes as a Goomba?
Wow.
Nice. I
I
can.
don't see you.
Can I just be a Goomba? Great. By the way, I'm excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. I am excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. I just have no idea when they're going to announce a release date or if it's even coming anytime soon. I have a very strong feeling it's still like a number of years away. I don't think it's as recent as like 2024 or anything like that. I think it's going to be like, oh, 2026 it's coming. If there was any indication that there was a Red Dead Redemption 3 or a Red Dead Redemption remake coming, I would be more excited about that, because I found out. I've played all of... Oh, no.
You're a brave one.
Oh, he can't fit because his mouth is too big. Great. I found out this generation that even though I've played every Grand Theft Auto that's ever came out, and I do love them. Oh, I thought he was going to eat me. Just from coincidence of being in his way. I do love Grand Theft Auto, but I found out that I love Red Dead Redemption so much more. Like, Red Dead Redemption, such an amazing game. I literally just get on it sometimes when I have free time and just, like, wander for hours and, like, do nothing. Maybe the end of 2025. That would be cool. Where are you from? The Midwest. Where are you from? This is gonna be an interesting... I like playing as a Goomba. I wish I could just play as a Goomba. Alright, we're gonna risk it. Go, 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 go!
I discovered a new species. Wonder what you taste like.
Yeah! I got a Wonder Seed as a Goomba! You're from California? Holy cow, that must be expensive.
Hope that Goomba made it.
There was a time in my life earlier on that I almost got a job in California for a game company. It was Riot Games for League of Legends. I applied, I got a phone interview, had a second phone interview, and then I didn't get accepted, which was kind of disappointing. That would have been a cool experience. Do you play any other games on Twitch? Yeah, I try to play like all the major games that come out that at least appeal to me. Like currently I'm playing this on Monday mornings, and then I'm playing Alan Wake 2 on Friday mornings. Alan Wake 2 is so scary. Oh my god, it's so scary. Oh man. Just thinking about it is giving me like creepies. I've been... Let me see how to phrase this. I tend to try and just play one game at a time. But for some reason, like the last couple months, there's been so many good games coming out that I want to play. Like if I just did one game at a time, it would take me forever to play all of them. So I've started doing 2 at a time, one each day of the week. You just do a streaming or also do a work? I mean, what do you do for a living? Oh, I work in a mine of all things, actually. I work in an underground mine. I am an underground miner. I wish I could just do this full time for a living. I'd love to do that, but it's just, no, that was unfortunate. I don't know what I was trying to accomplish there. I guess I was trying to see if the downward pipe led to a secret area or something. But I would love to be somebody who eventually gets to do this like full time. I just don't really find it very likely. Twitch in general and streaming in general is just so saturated of a market now that unless you're somebody who's already been doing it since like the beginning, like 12, 13 years ago, the odds of you actually building your channel that high to be able to do it full time, sadly pretty slim, I think. I do see people do it, like a couple of the streamers I've watched. I watched when they were just small part-time streamers like myself and they built all the way up to full time, so I mean it's possible. Oh no! I gotta tell you, like, as far as Mario games go, this has gotta be like one of the harder 2D Mario games in a long time. I also do work, I'm a graphics designer. Nice, 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 nice. It doesn't help that, like, the jumps aren't getting me as much air as I expected they would. There we go. Shut up. I don't need you to patronize me. Nailed it, first try. What kind of graphics design do you do? So I know there's like tricks to try and like build your channel, like be the first person to play like a beta, or like apply to get into like early access for games and be one of the very first people to stream it. Or like, I don't know, play more, like be on every day of the week, like 2 or 3 hours a day. I just can't do any of that stuff. Like, I don't have the availability. Nicely done, and we got the badge you just used as a gift. Do you want me to wear it? No, I don't like that badge at all. Thank you. I love when I see streamers succeed and become full-time streamers because I'm like, man, that's awesome. Like, must be awesome to like realize a dream like that. I just don't think it's very realistic for like 90% of people who stream. You're a graphics designer and make cool stuff for streamers. I can do all logos, banners, overlays. I have worked with many streamers in the past. Can I show you my work? I mean, off stream, you can get into like my Discord and stuff and you can show it to me. If you wish. I don't really do much to the same point I was just making. Like, I know there's a lot of work you can do to like improve your stream or like grow your channel. I typically just don't put that much work into it. For me, it's literally just like a hobby, a part-time hobby. It's just anytime I am gaming or I happen to be gaming, I also get on Twitch and stream at the same time. And I've actually taken long breaks in the past. I'm still contemplating how long this channel is even going to exist. Because at some point I do have to just face reality and be like, alright, well this is a cool hobby, but at this point in my life I could probably be using the time doing other things. Oh, nice. I was wondering, I was like, why is it going all the way down here? Secrets upon secrets. Whoops. Maybe I want this POW block. Hold on. What if I bring this POW block here? Oh, I can't. You can tell me your Discord tag in chat. I can add you as well. I'll have to look it up. I actually don't remember it off the top of my head. Give me 1 second. If you do ! Discord, it should bring up my Discord channel. Oh wow, in the background I just noticed that Bowser's little spaceship is back there. I remember those guys. I think they were on Mario 3 too? Or Super Mario World.
I can feel the power.
He's turning into a power seed! Or at least he would if I was over there. I don't know how to get there. Oh, that was unfortunate. Whoa, no, 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 it's gonna work, it's gonna work. What do I do? Oh, I got it. Oh, you got left behind. This is an interesting level design here. Your Discord, Bubby Ruski. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate. That would be me. That would be me. Pretty much everything I do is under Bubby Ruski. I've thought about, like, I've taken a lot of breaks from Twitch just because it's like, oh, well, maybe I should, like, put the time and energy into other hobbies or other interests and learn new skills other than just playing video games all the time. Even though I love playing video games, it's just at a certain point in your life, you're like, should I be doing other things with my time? But I've also recently considered, like, changing from Twitch to YouTube. Just to see if there's any potential chance that my channel would grow a little faster on YouTube than Twitch. So I've seen people I know do that in the past, and they've had really good luck with it. And then that could actually increase the chances of me being able to go full time and be able to do it like as a job, which would be kind of cool. What do I do here? Oh, hello. I suggest one thing. What's that? And I'll accept your Discord request here in a bit. I have the wrong badge. Can't get it. It's probably something super cool. Wait. I'm not out yet. When there's a will, there's a way. Stupid. It's never worth the effort. It's never worth the effort. Knocked him out. Wonderful. What's your suggestion, Kylie Jack? I'm always up for suggestions. Yeah. Yeah, aced it. I would like to suggest starting with basics, logo, banner, overlay. See, this is how little I know about my channel, or like Twitch in general. I was actually not aware I didn't have a logo, banner, or overlay. I thought I had all those things. I thought it just came automatically. Ooh, a new Wiggler race. I love these levels. Wiggler race. I was trying to cheat, you see that? I was trying to get a head start. I got so discombobulated with what was happening on the screen. I was watching the Wiggler instead of me. Help me, even though now I probably have absolutely no chance. I have the worst badge possible for this. Can you accept my request? I will. I don't really have access to any of that stuff while I'm streaming. Without, like, stopping the game and, like, getting off and getting on the computer and everything else. Oh, gosh. Super. Oh, my nose itched.
Wow,
Zippy. Oh, no! Why I thought I could just run across those, I have no idea. Help! Why are you being you're abandoning all of our ghosts, just leaving us dead behind? What the heck? I should have just changed my badge. That was silly of me. She just ran right past all of us, sprinted right past our dead ghost, didn't even care. She was like, sucks to be you. This should have been better. Wiggler! Unfortunate. Alright, we just gotta go fast. Go fast. Sonic.
Wow.
Oh man, there's so much stuff on the screen with the other players. Especially when I'm trying to go fast, like it's very distracting to have so many different things on the screen moving around. I saved one. We're gonna make it, we're gonna make it! Unless something unexpected happens. Oh no! I knew as soon as I jumped that I threaded the needle between the two of them. Fast dash. Yeah, kind of cheating, but we'll do it. I'll join again your stream, be right back. Yeah! This will make me even faster, which is cheating. I swear, like, for some reason, I can't concentrate on where my character is during these races. There's just so much stuff happening on the screen at once. Like, as soon as the door opens and things start, I'm like, I have no idea where I'm at or what's happening. Oh, now I'm going too fast. Oh my god! Oh, so dumb. And I'm saying that about me, not the game. No, don't help me. You know what? Don't bother. There's no helping me. Let's not use that badge. Let's do something else. There we go. Levels, especially racing levels like this, are usually made with a certain... I don't know how to describe it, like a certain... The level design is built around your character's speed. So like, if you throw the speed off by using a badge that makes you faster than normal, like the level design isn't going to line up with your character's speed correctly, as you can see. Like, being too fast is such a thing in a race, apparently. Because I was too fast.
Great stride.
The level's clearly built around the regular running speed of the character. Ah! That throws me off every time. I think I'm gonna die. And then he doesn't come low enough to hit me, and then I psych myself out and fall into frickin' poison. I guarantee you that was done on purpose. Mr. Board Games, welcome to the stream. Good morning. How are things? This is... I have a feeling this is going to be another one of those challenging levels for me where it's going to take like 500 attempts for us to beat this. Stupid Wiggler. You were always my least favorite enemy in every Mario game.
Wow.
I love the little cartoon feet when you really get going. You got like the 1,000 feet pitter-pattering behind you like an old cartoon, like an old Looney Tunes. The animations in this game are so good. My two favorite things about this game are the new animations. I kind of wanted to try to go in that pipe, but I didn't want to waste the time. The new animations and the online, surprisingly. Like, I'd never thought I'd say that about a Nintendo Switch game. That the online component of the game is one of my favorite things about it. But it really is very cool. Things are going well. These are super challenging at times. Yeah! Like, this isn't even one of the challenge levels. This is just a regular world level. I haven't even found any more challenge levels I want to, because they're super fun. But I've only found that one. Look at him, he looks so majestic. Yay! So where? Did I just unlock a challenge level? We did it, we won the race, and Wiggler even celebrated our victory by giving us a Wonder Seed. Rivals turned friends, racing is amazing. Is that the last Wiggler race of the game? The Petal Isles. Oh, special world, yeah! Speaking of which, this is only our second special world level that we've unlocked. They're so hard. At least the one that we've done is so hard. Petal Isle Special Way of the Goomba. Oh, a Goomba level. I don't feel like this is going to be anywhere near as hard as the other one until I just saw that the difficulty is 5 purple stars. Okay, I take it back. It's probably going to be hard. The Way of the Goomba. Well, already failed. I was just saying that I wish I'd have another level where I get to play as a Goomba. It's so fun. By the way, I don't know if you've seen this, Mr. Board Games, if you watched other streamers or not, but... Or if you've seen it... Oh! Any of the times that I've been playing, but like the online mode in this game? Amazing. That's right, I can walk on spikes as a Goomba. Goomba, Goomba. Goomba, Goomba. I just like saying the word Goomba. Goomba, Goomba. I want that. Give it to me. I have no jump whatsoever. It's like... Ding, ding, ding. So stupid. I want a whole game like this. I want a whole game where I play as a Goomba. That's sketchy. This is... I literally would play a game where you're just playing as a Goomba the whole time. This is so fun. It kind of... Oh, that was tricky. Kind of reminds me of Mario Odyssey in a weird way. Because there's like that... No! They're too far away. Yeah, you can help others in the game. Nintendo did a good job with this one. I don't know how to put the signs down, though. There's like... See these signs? I have them. I have not figured out how to put them down. I've pressed every button on the controller. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Oh. Huh. I don't know.
See you later.
Obviously, it's something I've missed at some point. Super Goomba World, I would play it. I'd play the heck out of it. It's so fun. Super Goomba!
Wow.
This I can't really figure out how to do. Ah! Yeah, I don't get the timing there. That's weird. That's very weird.
See you later.
The yeah!
Wow.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. I wonder if there's a way I could like trigger both of them at the same time. Ah! The Goomba's got no speed, man. He can't run. He only walks.
See you later.
I held the run button. He didn't go any faster. Crouch and Y to place a standee. Nice. Thank you. I'm gonna do one. Well, can't as a Goomba, apparently. Well, we'll do it another time, I guess. Hey, no, listen out. Oh, I wish you could, like, voice chat with other people. Listen, dude, you're not gonna make it. You're gonna die. What the hell? Oh, look at him. He's being nice enough to wait. He's gonna watch me fail and then save me. Nope, he gave up. Save me! Save me, Goomba! Fellow Goomba. I don't know how he got the timing right. I cannot get that first section at all. It kills me every time. This guy's just like, I'm just gonna hang around. This person clearly needs my help. That's my favorite part, Goomba jumping. Goomba hops. This little jump is so ridiculous. Doink, doink, doink. It's like he's trying so hard, but he goes nowhere. That is not where I wanted to go.
I believe in you.
Thank you again. Appreciate you. What is happening here? He does have 50,000 hearts. He does. There we go. All right. There we go. He must be a pro. I swear, it's not skill. It's not a skill issue. It's my controller. It's gotta be. Alright, maybe it's a skill issue.
See you later.
Oh my god. I swear, I'm not always this horrible at games, just all the time. I don't know how we got the timing for this, man. It baffles me. I think we're onto something. No, that was almost it. That was almost it. No. Gotta like trigger him while he's still going up. No. We might have it, we might have it. Too slow, too slow. I do it for the content. Yeah, I throw all the time for content. That's all it is. I could just ace this in one try easily.
See you later.
It's a kid's game, guys. Come on. Don't be fooled by this, okay? It's a kid's game. Anybody could do this easily with their eyes closed, probably. I was about to say, if these people get through it on the first try, I'll just admit that something's wrong with my head. Alright, stop! That's not helping! Blaring the megaphone icon at me, the frickin' emoji at me isn't gonna help anything. I think they're trying to tell me to just go and they'll revive me. Thank you. Thank you for... I don't know what to say. I don't know why I have such a hard time with that section. Everybody else seems to do it just fine. I was not expecting a rhythm-based game when I played Mario, apparently. Ooh, now who needs help? That's right, you.
I believe in you.
It should make it... I still think that it would be a cool idea. Goomba's got no hops, man. Would you... Oh my god. I think it would be an awesome idea if they could have found some way to, like, implement the online mode like this to make, like, versus levels. Like, each one of us is racing each other as Goombas. Because I'd be in the lead right now. You can touch the sides of the thwomp. What the hell? Since when? Oh my god, that scared me. I can't go that fast, I can't go that fast, I can't go that fast! Oh my gosh. I thought I could jump into the bubble, but it popped. And I almost died. There we go, there we go, there we go. There. Oh! Oh my god. These challenge levels, man. They are something. Get in there! Get in there! Oh, I could have sworn that was a pipe I could go into.
Way to go.
Don't patronize me, alright? I don't need that attitude from you. I did good. I did a good job. As a Goomba. You can touch the side of the thwomps. Ow. That still wouldn't help me with that section though, because the thwomps were side to side with each other. Unless you're saying trigger the lower one, let him fall, like push up against the side of him, and by the time the other one falls, he'll lift enough for me to go underneath. Did that make any sense? Were you following me? Care for a Sandy? Don't mind if I do. We've got a variety of standees. If you're looking to buy standees, this is the perfect shop for you. Thank you. Oh, you can get one for a specific character, or you can just get a rando. I kind of want a Yoshi one, even though I'll never play as Yoshi ever. Swimming Yoshi! Oh, what a cutie. Oh, I like that one. Too bad, Yoshi. Silly. Let me get a Toad one. A blue Toad. Ooh, Drill Boy Toad. Oh, Drill Blue Toad. I thought it said Drill Boy Toad. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks, bud. Look at all the people here. I can't get to the other special levels. I have to unlock them on the map. I don't know how. I want more. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it needs 6 special world. Wonder Seeds to unlock the special world. I want to unlock more of those. I don't know how. I guess there's one for each world then. See, like this level's called KO Arena. How cool would it be if like it was a KO Arena that you played other people online? And you had to like defeat them like the old classic arcade Mario Brothers where you were like in one screen. This is kind of like the old classic KO Mario Brothers setup. Like, I don't know if anybody's played that, but like you're in a one screen that like cycles over itself. And like while you're on screen, like all of these enemies come on screen and you have to kill them all to beat the level. But you can also attack the other players that are on screen with you. Aren't they just gonna die on their own when the water goes away? Oh, I guess these are cartoon fish. They don't operate under the regular science of fish. I'm such a chunker. Look at me chunk up. Chunk everything up. Oh, gosh, I almost killed myself. Just pow everything. Oh, come on. I'm actually surprised I got him. I thought I hit my head. Bring the pow with me. Cheat. Let's cheese it. It didn't come with me, did it? That's unfortunate. Stop, stop, stop. Too much chaos. No! I almost got him. Get on the floor, please. Thank you. Look at the time, guys. Am I right? That's the first one I've gotten all 3. I was super fast as Elephant Man. Nice. Nailed it. First try. Who's the best? Not me, but I'm pretty good. So we can go that way, or we can go this way. I don't really know what the difference is. Fastest elephant in the land, that's right. That's me, that's what I'm known as. Oh, that's World 5, and then this should be the entrance to World 6, then. I wasn't even in a world this whole time? What the hell? I thought I was in World 5 this whole time. Nope, sure wasn't. Alright, well. I guess I didn't occur to me that there are levels in between the worlds. So the world, Petal Islands, is like its own world. I get you. Have you watched any of the Alan Wake game, Mr. Board Games? That game is scary. I think I've had more jump scares from that game than any game I've ever played, other than Alien Isolation. We found our way to the fungi mines. I know there's a royal seed around here somewhere, but I can't remember where it is, and the map isn't much help. Let's find a Poplin and see if they've got any ideas. Shut up. Don't tell me how to play the game. It's a kid's game. Nobody's home. Oh, a note. Let's see what it says. Welcome to the Fungi Mines, where it's fun to mine, and the happy ring of our pickaxes sounds like a party. Or that's what it's normally like here, but something awful happened. Our work has come to a stop. I've gone off to see what I can do about all of this. If you can, please come help me. Take the Wonder Seed here and then head to the bridge, please. Oh dear, that sounds serious. Let's grab the Wonder Seed and head to the bridge.
Place all to myself. It's kind of lonely.
Nobody asked. Any askers? No? No askers? Oh, okay. I'm not sorry with moving and unpacking, watching videos. Oh, no worries. I was just wondering if you've seen any of it. Like, anywhere. It's pretty scary. I was afraid I, like, blew out my, microphone because I jumped and screamed so loud. What should I do? Oh, you have my Wonder Seed. You must have read the note I left at home. Please tell me that you've come to help. You see, my friends went deep into the mines and haven't returned. They went deeper than we normally go because they were trying to get a royal seed for you, Prince. It's real dangerous down there. I worry that if I don't reach them soon... What? They put themselves in danger trying to help save our kingdom? I couldn't stand to see them get hurt. We'll find them. Thank you, Prince. I'll need to fix this bridge first. Could you spare us some flower coins? No. Thank you. This is exactly what I need to get the bridge fixed. All right, let's go. And I've been testing my new computer parts on, like, different games. So I know you were playing on Steam the other night because I saw it pop up. You probably saw I was, like, playing Witcher 3, surprisingly, because I'm not a huge fan of the game. But with, like, all of the bells and whistles and, like, ray tracing and HDR and, like, 4K, that game looks pretty freaking good. Like, that game looks really good. And then I went back and played some Red Dead Redemption 2 with all the bells and whistles turned up. And that game, surprisingly, doesn't have ray tracing in it. Which kind of surprised me, but even without ray tracing, like, as long as you have HDR and, like, all of the 4K and everything turned up, like, it looks amazing. That game, to this day, I would say the two best-looking games I've ever played have been Red Dead Redemption 2, and Alan Wake is pretty close. Like, Alan Wake looks super real. That's probably one of the reasons it scares me so easily, because it just, you get so involved. And, like, your suspension of disbelief doesn't have to be that high because it all looks very real and very grounded. So then when something's freaky and, like, supernatural happens or, like, a jump scare happens, you're like, what? What the hell? That doesn't happen in real life. Like wonder flowers and other special things aside from that. Should we try using it now? No. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention, Prince Florian. Could you repeat that? Oh, it tells me where wonder flowers are. I gotcha. I saw you on Cyberpunk as well. Yeah, I wasn't going to replay Cyberpunk at all. I just wanted to get on it literally just to see how it looked with, like, the ray tracing on. I wasn't impressed. Like, I never really thought Cyberpunk looked that good. I think it's the art style just doesn't do much for me. I don't think it's a very good looking game. Like, other people, like, oh my god, it's the best looking game of all time. Like, when you put ray tracing on and you have all the neon lights flashing and you have all the reflections in the water on the ground. No, I wasn't impressed when I was testing it out last night. It's too cartoony. I don't mind cartoony graphics, obviously. Like, I love the graphics in this game. But for what Cyberpunk is, like, I don't think they should have used cartoony graphics. If Cyberpunk had graphics closer to, let's see, what's a... Unfortunate. If Cyberpunk had more realistic graphics like, Alan Wake 2,
Be tall like the mushrooms.
it would look awesome. I didn't realize elephants don't jump as high. I guess it makes sense. My bad. Nabbit was KO'd. I thought Nabbit was like the easy character that can't get hit. How did he get KO'd? He must have fallen down a pit or something. Yoshi and Nabbit I'll never play as, unfortunately, because Yoshi's like my favorite character of all time. But apparently, the Yoshi character is like easy mode and you actually can't get hit by enemies. And you can't get power-ups as Yoshi, which is why he's struggling currently, because he can't get a drill head. Nice, nice. Like, I was extremely disappointed when I found out from the menu that, like, Yoshi is easy mode. I was actually kind of mad. Because I love Yoshi, like, I wanted to play as Yoshi so bad when I saw he was a playable character. And then I read that, like, oh, you can't get hurt by enemies, and, like, you're impossible to die, and blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, well, what's the point?
That was cool.
Might as well just watch somebody else play the game. Just kidding, guys, just kidding. I watch people play games all the time, too. Probably more than I should, honestly. It's like what I watch. While other people are like watching football games on Sundays, that's literally what I'm doing on my TV, is watching. The only thing I watch on TV, literally, if it's not like a really, really, really good, critically acclaimed, like rave TV show on Netflix or Hulu or something, my TV's on Twitch. Like 24/7. That's all I watch. Maybe that's weird. This is kind of a cool level. Halloween theme. Whether intentional or not. No, 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 no! Oh, I thought I died. Excuse me? Excuse me? There we go. They replaced it. They were like, oops! I like the musical levels of Mario games. They're always so good. If there's one thing I can say about the levels in this game, it's all of these new power-ups and all of these new enemies, like, have the potential to make really, really, really interesting level designs, and I always feel like they just get just shy of being super, super cool. Like, they start playing around with ideas like that just now, like drilling into angled levels to, like, shoot yourself out the top to reach a different platform. And then it's just like, oh, well, that's a thing that could be done. Now you know, and now we're never gonna do it again. And I'm always like, come on, man, you were like on the edge of greatness and you stopped like right there. You're like, this level could have been something amazing, but we're just gonna stop short of amazing and just make it really cool. Not weird at all, I do the same. Years ago, I was a technician for an internet company installing fiber internet in people's apartments and houses. And I went into an apartment to install internet for this young lady who was in college. She was probably like 22, 23 years old. And like, usually I'm not just immediately attracted to somebody or interested in somebody in that way, just off of physical looks alone. Like, I understand physical attraction's a thing. I am physically attracted to people. But usually, like, for me to actually be interested enough to, like, approach them or talk to them, I have to at least know something about their personality and like something about their personality. And, like, I was in this girl's apartment, like, installing her internet. And as soon as the internet was up, she was like, okay, now I can watch TV. And I was like, oh, she must, like, use a streaming TV service or something. And she turned Twitch on. And I was like, oh, she must, like, watch, I don't know, some, like, cooking shows or something. I don't know why I said that. That's a super sexist thing to say. That's not actually the thought that was going through my head. That was just the first thing I could think of to say just now. Don't take it personally. But I was like, oh, she's probably just going to turn on, like, I don't know, music. I don't know. There's all kinds of different things on Twitch, right? And, like, the very first thing she turns on is some guy playing, like, an RPG on PlayStation. I was like, what? There's other people like me in this world? That's awesome. I thought I was the only one. But that was like the day I decided that I need to find myself a partner who also watches Twitch. Or who also has a Twitch channel. And preferably one that has a successful Twitch channel. Not because, like, I could use it to, like, boost my channel. It's just I would like somebody who is into the same stuff I'm into. And if I find somebody who has a successful Twitch channel, I know that they're not going to be like, oh, it's a fad, I'm into it for a little while, and then I'm just going to be out of it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's cooking on Twitch. There is cooking on Twitch. There's actually a woman on Twitch called QT Cinderella, I think is her name. And the only reason I know of her is because some of the Twitch streamers I watch play games were in a cooking competition together, and she hosted it. And that's why she hosted it, is apparently she's a huge Twitch streamer that just streams cooking all the time. She's like an actual chef. I knew it. As soon as I did it, I knew what was happening. I was like, why did I do that? That was silly. There's also board games on Twitch, which I've actually considered changing my channel to like a board game Let's Play channel. But then the logistics of being able to get all the different cameras and all the different camera angles I would need to play a lot of the board games I play just like overwhelmed me just from thinking about it. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Never mind. Time for a quiz. What are the controls for a ground pound? Down, ZL, and midair. Yeah. This is a cool level idea. They have a lot of new level ideas in this game, and then they only ever use them once. Kind of the same. The expert you chased in the Shining Falls Midway Trials. I have no idea. Swimming? Jumping. Oh. I'm gonna guess 65? Oh, there haven't been that many Goombas in the game, though. It was 50 exactly? Are you kidding me? Where did you take on Master Poplin's trials? I know. Oh my god. I legitimately don't know any of this. I haven't been paying attention to my own game. Apparently. What's this course's difficult? I don't know! I want to say 2 stars? Oh my god! How many Wonder Seeds do you have from the Fun Guy? Mines, I don't... 4. What? How many badges do you have? I have no idea. This is cool, though. Like, that's a really cool level design idea, but I failed miserably. Need to up the Goomba killing? There aren't that many Goombas in this game. That's the thing. Like, every level has a new enemy. Like, a main new enemy. Like, this is the one for this level, this pull string guy. And that's, like, one of my biggest things I do like about this particular Mario game is, like, for years and years and years, Mario games have mostly just been the same enemies. And, like, this game is like, oh no, we're introducing new enemies literally every level. But as I was saying, like, the quiz, cool level design idea. But, like I was saying on the level before this, like, I have a feeling they're only going to use it this one time and then be like, look at this cool idea we came up with, that would be awesome. Too bad you're only ever actually going to see it this one time. Curious if Nintendo tracks that quiz data, see how many people pay attention to their games. That's very specific data. That's funny, though. It's kind of amazing to realize how little I do remember about what I've experienced in this game so far. Oh, that was for a Wonder Seed, too, the quiz. Dang. I don't need it. They throw Wonder Seeds at you like crazy in this game. But what if that unlocks a path to a special level? I would love to do like a board game Let's Play Twitch channel. It's just like I said, the logistics of getting all the cameras together with the right angles to be able to see everything that I'm doing while I'm playing. Like, you need like 5 cameras all at different angles and different zoom levels, and it's a lot. I've seen channels that do that, and I'm like, how you're on the fly switching from camera to camera and remembering which camera goes where with what shortcut keybind that you have for it just baffles me. I wouldn't be able to keep all that stuff straight. This is making me want to play Mario RPG just because of the overhead angle is very similar to Mario RPG. Stop on by. Thanks for coming to the Poplin shop where we sell everything. You're sure to dig up something good here. Bop, 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 bop. Bop. Why not? Posing Blue Toad. Oh, he's such a cutie. Bounce back out of pits, lava, or poison swamps. That's actually pretty good. Add exclamation blocks to courses. The blocks may act as extra platforms, contain items, or serve other purposes. That sounds pretty good too. I'm buying this one. That way if we have like a challenge level that has a lot of pits and stuff, I'll freaking cheat. I'm not above it. It's not cheating if the game has it. I'm gonna try the quiz one more time. After moving, I realized that 282 games may be a few too many. I thought I had a lot. I only had like a dozen. I guess your name is Mr. Board Games. It would be shameful and embarrassing if you didn't have at least 222 board games, 282 board games, with a name like Mr. Board Games. I just ordered the new Kickstarter expansion for Tainted Grail, and I haven't even played Tainted Grail yet. It's one of those games that I love the idea of, and I love everything I see about it when I watch other people play it. But I also know that it's like such a big, massive game with so many pieces and components that I'll probably never actually have the time or space to actually take it out and play it myself. And as nerdy and geeky as this is to admit, all of my board game collection are board games that have a solo... Sorry, Mario, I almost just completely ignored you. All of the board games I own and collect have a solo component to them or are made specifically to be solo. And Tainted Grail was just one of the most interesting ones I've ever seen, so I had to buy it. Right? That's how it works, right? If it just looks interesting, you have to buy it. Oh, my drill head protects me this whole time. I never even thought of it. Oh, don't die. Yeah, this seems sketchy. Ah! Yeah, if you see a game and it seems fun, you must own it. Especially if it's a Kickstarter, because then you're like, oh, it will never be sold again if I don't buy it now. Which, in my experience, actually isn't quite true, because my local game store actually buys a lot of Kickstarter games, but still, that's my excuse. Nailed him. Don't do it. Don't do it. You jerk. You did it. After I specifically said, don't do it. Oh! That's how you triggered that, okay. What can you do by pressing X? A spin jump. Oh, it doesn't, no, agreeing. I was wrong. I'm glad I tried it before I answered. X spin jump is Super Mario. Which badge do you have equipped? Safety bounce. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot already. I literally just put it on. This is cool though. Like it actually remembers and tracks all this data. Who is Bowser's son? Bowser Jr., duh. Lil Bowser? They should have called it Lil Bowsy. Lil Bowsy Wowsy. That one was super easy. Why did I get that the first time? I got super hard frickin' Trivial Pursuit questions the first time, which I'm determined to believe that nobody actually plays Trivial Pursuit for real, because the questions are impossibly difficult. Every Trivial Pursuit version I've ever seen, I've pulled the questions and looked at them and I'm like, nobody would know any of this stuff. It's all so obscure and so insanely difficult. Maybe they give you the hard test first, and if you fail, they lower the difficulty. You might be right. They're like, oh, this player is clearly just like a 4-year-old. We can't expect him to remember all this stuff. Let's throw some softballs at him, and then I still almost failed. X is definitely spin jump in one of the Mario games. I know that for a fact. I can't guarantee I know what Mario game, but I know it definitely is in one of them. Light Switch Mansion. Man, I am looking forward to Mario RPG. Like, the more I see that overhead camera view on the world map in this game, the more I'm like, oh, I can't wait. For years, that was like my favorite game of all time. I mean, it's still one of my favorite games of all time, clearly, but not the favorite game of all time. There isn't actually a stair there, is there? You would just get yourself trapped if you tried to jump. Yeah, that's kind of a jerk move. It sets you up to think that there's a stair there. Oh, you son of a gun. Oh my god! What is this? It's Mario horror. I'm not going in any of those doors, dude. They all seem sketchy as hell. This is like that freaking ghost mansion in Super Mario World that always takes me like an hour to beat. Because there's like secret doors that you have to find, and if you don't find the secret door, you just go in an infinite loop forever. I'm way too familiar with that level because I've spent hours of my life on it over and over again. Super Mario World, to this day, is probably the single game I've replayed more than any other game I've ever played. I've replayed Super Mario World, like, endlessly because I love it. Anytime I have an opportunity to play it, I'll play it again. I enjoy Mario RPG. I even do randomizers with it. That's pretty cool. I've watched people do randomizers in all kinds of games, but I never understand how to do it. Like, how do you know that the randomizer is not going to stick you in a situation that's impossible to get through? That's why I don't, like, try them. Multiple replays has to be linked to the past. I've actually only ever played every Zelda game once. I don't ever... For some reason, I never really have any desire to replay Zelda games. Like, I love them the one time I play through them. Then once I've played through them, I'm like, yeah, but that was a really long experience. I don't think I'll ever have time to play that all the way through again. And then I go and play something like Death Stranding that takes like 80 hours. Death Stranding 2. When Death Stranding 2 comes out, I'm going to try and give myself enough time to replay the first one before the second one comes out, because it deserves it. That game's so good. Beware of the rifts. I will replay that game eventually. Death Stranding is like... That is probably one of my all-time favorite games. And I'm not even a massive Hideo Kojima fan. Like, I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid, the original one. I haven't even really played any other ones besides that. I played 2. I've never played 3, 4, or 5. I have a feeling that's gonna kill me if I touch it. So, like, I'm not a massive Metal Gear Solid fan by any means. I have 5. And I'm looking forward to playing Snake Eater for the first time when the Snake Eater Delta remake comes out on PS5. But, all that being said, I've never been a massive Metal Gear Solid fan, but I like Hideo Kojima's games. Like, the mind of Hideo Kojima is just a amazingly strange, quirky, and very unique mind. And he always tends to make very unique games, and I thoroughly enjoyed Death Stranding, and what was the point of this pipe appearing when I can't even use it? That confuses me. Why did I unlock a secret pipe that doesn't do anything? I still have trouble getting into Death Stranding. Yeah, I can understand it's definitely not for everybody. It's definitely like, I was even one of the people who ripped on it when it first came out and like started showing previews. I was one of those guys who was like, oh, a walking simulator, that's gotta be exciting. And then like I tried it and I was like, what the hell? Why is this so intriguing and appealing to me? I'm literally doing nothing but walking.
Must have been my imagination.
I heard a Mario because I hear Mario off screen jumping around.
Did you hear someone just now? Must have been my imagination.
I kind of want to drop down there now, but I'm afraid it's going to kill me. Oh, there's somebody up there. How do I get up there? What the heck? How do I get up there? What the heck? Well, I guess we're never going to be able to figure out how to get up there. Wait for it, wait for it. Wait for it. Don't come back to life yet. I'm a friggin' genius, dude. Hideo Kojima plus From Software equals profit. That's the interesting thing about From Software games, too, is, like, I'm not a huge fan of those. Like, a lot of people who play one play all of them. And, like, a lot of the streaming channels I watch of people who have played a From Software game on their Twitch channel, their Twitch channel just becomes, like, full-time Dark Souls speed running, no-hit running, stuff like that. I played Elden Ring. That's it. I loved Elden Ring. Like, don't get me wrong, Elden Ring was, like, my favorite open world game I've ever played by far. Like, usually open world games bore the hell out of me. I hate them, generally speaking. I am not a fan of open world games. Usually I just feel like they're just maps filled with random fetch quests and time-wasting things, which is how I see every Ubisoft game ever made. But Elden Ring was like, oh my god, this is amazing! And to a lesser extent, Breath of the Wild was a lot better than I was expecting it to be, too. But that's Zelda, so I mean, I expected it to be good. I didn't realize that's what I was doing. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. Oh, I knew what was happening as soon as I did it. He matches my movements. Okay, I'm confused. I don't know where to go. Hey, he didn't match my movements. He should have went back and forth for like 10 minutes. Not a fan of Fallout then? No. I've tried. I've bought every single Fallout game, all of the new ones, I should say. Well, I've bought all of them, technically, because I did have the original, like, Fallout Tactics, Fallout 1, Fallout 2. I liked the point-and-click adventure Fallout games, the original 2. Don't like any of the new ones. Fallout 3, 4... I even got Fallout 4 in VR, because I was like, if I was going to play this, this would be the way that would convince me to play it. And I tried it, and I got like 5 hours in, and I was like, this is so boring, dude. I can't do it. I was like, not even in VR can this game be interesting to me. And that says a lot, because I love VR games. Like, I will play a game in VR that I wouldn't normally play outside of VR, just because of the added immersion of being in the game. So for me to play a game in VR and just like quit hours into it, like that game does not click with me at all on any level. And that's why I only played Starfield the one time, because something about those games, like Bethesda games, something about them just do not really click with me. I liked it, like I liked the beginning of Starfield well enough, but for what it was, it just wasn't enough of what it was for me to stay with it. Like, that's why I played Star Citizen afterwards, is because I was like, this, if it was this, I would play the hell out of Starfield, but it's not this. It's just another Bethesda game with space as the setting. I actually need to go back and play more Star Citizen. I've been thinking about it a lot since that one time I played. I really enjoyed that one time I tried it. It was a really fun game. Supposedly, they just had like their Star Citizen convention. And supposedly, like, the single-player game that's coming out with Star Citizen called Squadron 42 is, like, relatively, and I say that because, you know, there is really no end release date for Star Citizen. But, like, Squadron 42 supposedly is relatively close to being finished. Like, it's actually playable from beginning to end. They're just, like, touching it up and, like, editing some stuff. So I'm kind of excited about that. My friends made their descent there. They must be in the deepest area beyond the 3 ruins. It looks like the way through is blocked. And it has Mark Hamill as, like, a commander. Because the guy who makes Star Citizen originally made Wing Commander back in the day. And Mark Hamill was, like, one of the main characters in Wing Commander. So he, like, got him to come back and become, like, one of the main characters in the Squadron 42 game, which blows my mind. That's okay, not every game is for everyone. I'm a fan of them. I look forward to Star Citizen finishing. Wing Commander was an amazing game. I never played Wing Commander. My dad was a huge fan of it. I never actually played him. I played the Star Wars equivalents, like X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. By the way, it's easy to get lost as you make your own descent, so I'll check up on you along the way just in case you get lost. That's like Witcher 3. Like, for some reason, Witcher 3 just bounced off of me hardcore too, even though, like, everybody and their mom raves about it being, like, the best RPG ever made. When I tried playing it, it just seemed like another open world filled with a bunch of random time-wasting stuff to do. I just did not like it. I will admit, with all of the bells and whistles and graphical hubbub turned all the way up that I was trying last night, like, I'd be more... an uncharted area, Wubba Ruins. Wubba! I'd be more inclined to give it a second shot with all of, like, the beautiful graphics turned on, because it was a really good-looking game when I was testing it out last night. I was kind of surprised how good it looked, because I thought I remembered it looking kind of janky. I'm a graphics guy. Like, for some reason, when it comes to games, for me, graphics almost trumps gameplay. So, like, I will try a game that is completely outside my normal realm of, like, game play if it looks really good. And if a game is in the normal realm of, like, the things I would like to play typically, but the graphics just don't vibe with me, I'll lose interest. Like, I won't play it. Which is disappointing, because there have actually been a lot of roguelike games that have come out over the last couple of years, and I'm a big roguelike fan. Like, I love Binding of Isaac. Which this is going to be ironic, because, you know, Binding of Isaac doesn't exactly have the greatest graphics in the world. But there have been a lot of roguelikes that have come out in the last couple of years that I've been excited about, and then, like, when they came out, I tried them, and, like, the graphics were just, like, not a fan. And, like, I just completely lost interest. Oh, thank you. That was a close one. Like, one of the ones that I wish looked different, because I've been wanting to try it, is Risk of Rain. Because I've heard it's good. Like, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I somehow survived that. But I hear people rave about how good Risk of Rain is, and then I look at screenshots and I'm like, no, I can't play that. Not in good conscience could I ever play that game. I'm the same, I can't get into Witcher 3. It should be a perfect game to me. It ticks every box, but I just can't get into it. It's very slow. Like, the main complaints I remember having about that game, and I know we've talked about this before, I've talked about this before on an earlier stream. The main complaints I remember having about that game is it's slow-paced, and I felt like I was the star of... I felt like I wasn't the star. Like, he is the star of the game, but I felt like nothing was immediately happening to him. Like, everything that was happening to other people in the world around you, and you just happen to be there talking to them when it's happening. And I was like, what the hell is the point of this game? Like, nothing is actually happening to me. It's just me, like, watching things happen to other people and being involved. And, like, they ask me for help. And I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Like, I'll keep just endlessly helping people solve their problems. Because I apparently am not a big enough protagonist to have my own problems, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, you're the star supporting character. Yeah, pretty much. You're the supporting character of your own game. Yeah. I knew it. It was just a very weird vibe to me, the way the game plays. I was like, wow, I don't really feel like I'm actually doing anything that I want to do. I'm just doing things that everybody else wants me to do. Which is extremely weird, especially for an open world game, because isn't that supposed to be the appeal of an open world game, is to like go off and do whatever you want? That game, it was like, no, you have to help this guy do something real quick before you have the ability to go off and do whatever you want. And I guess that's my biggest complaint about it, is I'm a big story guy. Like, my biggest reason for playing any game is for story. So if the game doesn't have a story, unless it's something like this, where it's Mario and it's not expected to have a story, it's just expected to be a fun platforming adventure time thing. But, like, if a single-player game doesn't have a good story, it, like, loses my interest very quickly. And I thought Witcher 3's story either was not related to Witcher himself at all, which just turned me off big time, or if it ever does get to that point, it took a long time to get there. And I was like, yeah, not catching my interest at all. Don't know why everybody raves about it. And I'll give it the benefit of the doubt that maybe it's one of those games that, like, oh, 15 or 20 hours in, all of a sudden the game gets amazing and, like, yeah, it's my life and it's all about me now and my story. But I hate games that take 15 or 20 hours to pick up and get to a point where I actually enjoy playing them. I assume you will never play Undertale? The irony of that is I've actually heard Undertale's story is really good. So I have actually kept it on my radar as something I plan to play eventually. There you are, incredible. You found the way through that place on your first visit. I usually get lost, so it looks like you've discovered the way forward. Maybe story isn't the right way to phrase that. I've heard Undertale's underlying message is really good. I'll catch up with you at the next ruins. Thanks, bud. Oh, that's right. I got this one-up mushroom while working the mines earlier. Please take it. I'm sure it will help. I don't know. Like, I have played games that don't have great graphics. Like, I've played, like, voxel-based games. I've played, like, 8-bit games. I played a whole series of, like, really sad storytelling games on stream for, like, a month straight. And they had very pixelated, like, 8-bit, 16-bit graphics. I enjoyed them. It's just when I can't mesh genre with graphics. So, like, if Undertale is, like, a 16-bit game, and it plays like a 16-bit game, and it's very similar gameplay-wise to old-style 16-bit games, which I understand it is. It's, like, turn-based battling and stuff like that. That meshes. But if you're telling me that, like, oh, this new open-world RPG came out, it's so awesome, and then I go look at it and it's, like, 8-bit graphics, I'm like, why? Why in this day and age would you choose to make an open-world RPG game with 8-bit graphics? Just make it with regular graphics like everybody else does. You're trying to be edgy or different, and to me it just turns me off. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I will go for it. It's like a grappling hook! Oh my god, this is awesome! What was that game? Just Cause? That's what this reminds me of. I used to play the shit out of Just Cause. So when I was younger, I didn't care for stories in games at all. I usually didn't even remember the story of a game as I was playing it. I would just play it to experience, like, the explosions and the shooting. I bought every Just Cause that came out over time, and never once got anywhere in the story in any of them. I just bought each one so I could see what kind of crazy antics I could get up to. Like, strapping fire extinguishers or explosive propane tanks onto people's vehicles and just like blowing them up and watching them fly sky high. I was a very different game player back then. Why can I not shoot up? That seems like a thing a grappling hook should definitely be able to do. What the heck? I can't shoot up. What a waste. What? You literally can't shoot up. What the heck is this? How are you supposed to get over there? That's how. You finagle it. I can grapple onto goo. I'm not entirely sure why that's a thing I can do. But I'll accept it. There's a story to Just Cause. I just played for Maximum Chaos. Exactly. Yeah. I never knew what the story was because I never actually got anywhere in the game. I literally would never even leave, like, the starting area. I would just boot the game up, cause as much chaos and explosions as I could for, like, an hour, and then just get off and be like, ah, I should probably go do something else.
This way.
What is this way? Secret? Nope. You're just wasting my time. Same with the original Crysis. I had a computer that I built specifically to be able to play Crysis. I never got anywhere in Crysis. I literally just booted up the starting level. No, I take that back. I got pretty far in Crysis. I just never beat it. But I literally just booted up the beginning level and, like, just watched buildings explode when I threw exploding barrels into the building. And, like, watched the particle effects and, like, the wooden planks of the building shatter everywhere. Like, to this day, I wish more games had destructible environments, because Crysis was, like, one of the... Crysis seemed on paper like it was my dream come true, because I've always wanted destructible environments in games. But then the game itself just wasn't really all that fun. What exactly am I supposed to be doing here? There we go. I got distracted talking about Crysis. Oh, you can use it to grab onto the top of the flagpole. Never played Crysis. I think it was because of insane specs. Yeah, exactly. And that's really the only reason the insane specs were needed, was because of the physics processing. Like, the graphics were good. Like, they were pretty decent for the time. They weren't the best graphics in the world. I guess the environmental graphics were pretty good. High-end for the time. But, like, the physics processing, like, you could literally throw an explosive barrel into, like, a wooden cabin, and when it blew up, you could see, like, broken bits of each individual wooden plank, like, go flying. And I used to just do that over and over again and watch it and be like, oh my freaking god, more games should do this. And then, like, no games ever did. Nicely done. We got the badge you just used as a gift. Do you want me to wear it? Actually, you know what? Why not? That's a pretty cool badge. I like it. Another uncharted area, swaying ruins. I actually played Crysis long enough to find out there is actually a story to Crysis, and, like, none of the advertising campaigns, none of anything I read about Crysis after it came out ever actually mentioned aliens. And, like, that's what the story ends up being in Crysis. Like, at first you're, like, investigating some tropical island with, like, pirates and stuff, I think is what it is. Like a pirate gang or something that's causing mischief off in this island. And all of a sudden, like, weather starts getting all weird and wonky. And, like, you find out that, like, there's aliens. Like, I don't... That's a very loose interpretation of the story. But that's essentially what happened. And I was like, what the hell? What is this game? I was like, since when are there aliens in this? I've never heard anybody mention aliens. And I was convinced that it's because nobody ever actually got that far in the game and everybody just kept doing what I was doing and loading up the beginning level and just blowing stuff up constantly. Having more flashbacks of that ghost level that has endless doors everywhere. The level design ideas in this game are so good, but they only ever use each idea once. And it just makes me wish that like they make a sequel to this that has like more of these ideas used more often. I didn't know it was about aliens. Yeah, exactly. Now you know. Save it, save it, save it. We saved it. The alien designs were kind of cool, too. It reminded me of War of the Worlds. The animations in this game are so good. I was kind of hoping to finish this game today, but these levels are taking a lot longer than I thought they would, to be honest. You jerk. Why would you just suddenly spin around? Oh, because your head hit the block. That makes more sense now. Keepy uppy, keepy uppy! Son of a bum. Did you know there's a Bluey video game coming out? I'm so fascinated. I can't imagine it's good by any means, but I'm just fascinated because I love Bluey. What happened? What did that... Oh, it made the world start spinning. Gotcha. Get out of here. I didn't think I was gonna have enough space to get him going. Commit suicide, dummies. Oh, they look so sad if they're not sliding around. I didn't notice that until just now. He looks so sad. What do I do? I want to get him to slide so he's not sad. What do I do? I'm sorry, dude. Oh, there you go. Be happy. Wait, is he happy when he's sliding? Yeah, be happy. Oh. I don't understand the obsession with Bluey. It's such a good show. Have you ever watched it? Hey, 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 hey. Come back here. Come back here. It's such a good show. Like, I don't, like, usually I would stop my kids from watching a cartoon show that targeted towards that age group because they're 9 and 10. So I feel like my kids are probably a little older than Bluey's demographic. But, like, the show has such good messages for the kids and the parents. Like, I literally, like, aspire to be Bluey's dad someday. Can you come back here, please? Thank you. Bluey's dad in that show is just so quintessential perfect dad. Oh, you stupid flagpole. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for it. They surprised me. The music in this game is really good too. Everything about this game is just spot on. The first two worlds could have been a little bit more difficult. Literally just felt like I was playing a little 5-year-old's game. Glad I stuck with it, because later on the game gets a lot better. Fungi Funk KO Arena. Haven't watched it. It's actually on Disney Plus of all things, which I'm not sure why or how they got that agreement, but...
What you gonna pick?
Because I'm pretty sure it's... No, I'm not even going to say I'm pretty sure. I'm positive the show is from, Excuse me? I don't know what I was trying to do. Oh my god, hit the button! Oh my god. The show's from Australia. Was an interesting one. I'm jump scaring myself. I thought those were spikes on the ground. It's just like grass, apparently. I'm doing very bad. I take it back, I'm a pro. I ate the damage on purpose, it was all strategy. There's 4 levels on this? There's usually 3! What are you doing? Okay. I have yet to actually see an enemy. What am I supposed to be? Oh god! Okay. How is Mario jump scaring me right now? Oh, I could have just jumped through the floor. What the heck? What am I doing? I'm like, how do I get through that door? I need to find a way to get through that door. Wait a second. This is Mario. You could just jump through floors. Flashbacks to Ghost House. I don't know why I'm getting so scared. Mario shouldn't be so scary. This isn't Alan Wake we're playing here. Oh god. Alan Wake, man. Scariest game I've played in a long time. It's not even like really a horror game. It's like a psychological thriller. It's just that they combine the tone, mood, atmosphere, music, sound effects, and jump scares all together to make like the perfect scary moments where you just jump like a mile into the air. There was literally a time I was afraid I broke my mic because I just screamed so damn loud. I was like, oh man. I showed a clip of me playing it to my kids and they cracked up because they were like, why are you so scared? I'm like, you don't understand. If you weren't there, you don't get it. It was so scary. When you're the one playing the game with the 3D surround sound headphones, and you're immersed and you're trying to shine the flashlight in the pitch black darkness, you tell me you don't get scared. Need to watch those videos today. The game's so dark. Like literally if you played without the flashlight, like 9 times out of 10 you wouldn't be able to see where the hell you're going. We finally made it all the way down here. I can't thank you enough for all your help. I hope everyone's still okay. We need to be careful here. These are the last ruins and they could be really dangerous. You could be really dangerous, you son of a gun. Golly. Why is this surprising me so much? Super Mario. Secret? 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 I bet you there is a secret up there if I actually waited for them to fly back up. Oh, wait. Alright. I was trying to put one of those, cardboard cutouts out, but it didn't work. You said crouch and press Y, right? It's not working. Oh, crouch and press X. He makes a superhero pose when he does it. Excuse me, what am I supposed to be doing here? This reminds me of that dinosaur level on Super Mario World. Where there's like a dinosaur in the water, and every once in a while he like pokes his head up and tries to eat you. Watch Toad's pose when he does this. He's like, he's a quintessential Marvel superhero pose. Watch. That's funny. Super Toad. Use my cardboard cutout, dude! How did he go through me? That's unfortunate for him. That's why the cardboard cutouts are there. They bring you back to life if nobody else is around. I wonder if he just didn't know that. It took me a while to realize that myself. Hey, I call shenanigans on that. Perfect, perfect jump. This reminds me of Spelunky for some reason. The knee bent pose, yeah, exactly. The Spider-Man landing. Ah! What the heck? I don't know why I'm having such a hard time killing this guy. Come on. Come on. I'm psyching myself out, I think. I think I'm thinking too much. Bink. See? That's all it took. That's all it needed. I was trying to, like, do triple jumps, quadruple jumps, backflips. You jerk. I didn't even know you guys could do that. There's more level. Wait, what? I apparently did not beat the level. Hey! Looks like you've wound up back where you started, but I suspect from my years working down here that there's another exit. What this situation calls for is using that sensor badge I gave you. Oh, that's right. I got this 1-up mushroom while working the mines earlier. Take it. I'm sure it will help. Alright. Guess we'll use the sensor badge. Interesting. That they would create a level where you have to use the sensor badge. I wonder if the difficulty rating is pre-made by Nintendo when they made the game, or if the difficulty rating changes and adapts in real time on the fly to how difficult the level is for people to beat, if that makes sense. Like, I kind of wonder if it, like, tracks how many people die in a level, or have a difficulty beating a level, and then, like, it adjusts the difficulty rating accordingly. That'd be kind of interesting. Oh. No, keep me up here, keep me up here. Like, look at all this level over here that I can't get to. Wait, did my sensor... Oh yeah, it did, because the coin's up there, that's right. Makes sense. Would be a nice concept, but it's probably just made a certain way. Yeah. No, you jerk! I wasn't expecting it. Come here, boy. I'll save you. Huh. What kind of bullcrap is that? The Koopa killed himself as I was trying to jump on his back and made me fall in the poison. What kind of bullcrap is that? Enemies in Mario games aren't supposed to jump into the poison and kill themselves? Peach and Sandy rescued Luigi's ghost. Stop. Oh. Should've known. Why do I keep getting tricked by the exact same thing over and over again? Screw you, Koopa. I'm not even using you. I'm taking my own way. See, he did it again! Killed himself, straight up. Yeah, I see it, thanks. Thanks, I see the gigantic coin floating 2 inches away from my face, thanks. There's a fly that's just been, like, harassing me all day. Wait. Is it telling me about the flag? No? Tricky, tricky. I'm a blob. I like how I can butt stomp as a blob. You jerk.
What lies beyond? I must know!
But what if I finish it as a blob? Trippy. No! What? This is another one. I'd play a whole game made like this. Oh, God! I was itching my knee. Yeah. You help me, I help you. Let's just ride through the rest of the level together. Ah! Oh my gosh. We'll just revive each other over and over again. Flies are only supposed to bother you when you're sleeping. Oh my god, don't remind me. Jeez, there was like a period of like 3 days straight where I just didn't get any sleep at all. This fly was just constantly, consistently flying right at my face all the time. What? This is weird. Am I supposed to jump into the molten ball of magma? I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing here. Oh, I'm destroying the molten ball of magma. Ah! Eh! Dang it. We both had the same idea and we both failed. Eh! Gosh dang it! Yeah! I like blob levels just as much as I like Goomba levels. I think it's an interesting concept that they have levels in this game you can beat but not beat. Like you have to find the secret ending in order to get through it. Kinda like that Ghost House level I was talking about from Super Mario World, where if you don't find the right ending, like you just loop back over and over and over again. That's more like it. Would have been nice to get the top of the flagpole, but whatever. He said, bye now! I want to at least finish this world, man. This world's way longer than all the other ones have been. Operation Poplin Rescue.
Everyone! Someone's here to save you!
Oh, let's not get too carried away here. With the promises and whatnot. That was interesting. See, like, the level design ideas in this game are just so good. Oh, I guess it was alerting me of that. And then I'm a normal person. Or a toad. Whoa. Yay, we've been rescued. We wanted to help you save the kingdom, Prince, so we searched everywhere for a royal seed. And we found one. Hopefully you can get rid of that bad guy with it. Well, that was anticlimactic. That's 2 worlds so far that have ended without a boss fight. Wow, you came all the way down here to help me? I feel so thankful they found one for us. Let's take it. I didn't think this was going to be the end of the world because I assumed it was going to be a boss fight. Oh, I never saw what the flower was going to say. I feel so gypped and robbed. Oh wait, maybe he'll still say something. Alright everyone, let's head home. Ding, 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 ding. Come on, Flower, say something snippy. And so Toad's party saved the fungi mines from a dire fate. With the 5th royal seed in hand, there is only one left to recover. The final royal seed is said to be among the molten pools of deep magma bog. Good luck, your highness, and good luck, Toad. You must meet this challenge. Save the Flower Kingdom and the world from Bowser's evil plans. I like the Flower guys. I don't know why people give them such a hard time. Like, that's the biggest complaint people have for this game on Metacritic and stuff, is like, next time, keep those stupid talking flowers out of it. I like them. Alright, let's return to the Petal Isles. It's a quick ascent, so your ears might pop. It's kind of disappointing. I understand why they do it this way, because it's kind of the same way they've done it in most Mario games. But it's kind of disappointing that you have to unlock each individual super world level. Because I figured once you got one of them, you'd be able to get to the other ones. Because so far, those have been like my favorite levels in the entire game, but in order to get them, you have to find the secret exits in the levels, and we've only found 2 out of 6. Haha, now you only have 1, you dum-dum. Hooray, those poplins in the mines were really, really helpful. We can't stop now. Let's hurry and track down the next royal seed. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. So that's it for today. That's where I'm going to call it so I can get some sleep before I have to go back to work again tonight. Yeah, we got 1 world left, so we'll probably beat this next Monday, and then that will be right in time for Mario RPG to come out. So we're making some decent time. I'm enjoying it. Like I said last time, like it's a very enjoyable game as long as you get past like the first 2 baby worlds. After that, it gets a lot more fun, a lot more challenging, and a lot more interesting with the level design and the characters and power-ups and whatnot. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoy your week. Maybe we'll do a stream midweek. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. Depends on how I'm feeling, I suppose, and how much sleep I get in between work shifts. But for now, hopefully you guys have a good week, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.